What if I told you there are a few simple things, everyday movements, small habits, clear signs, that quietly reveal whether you're aging better than most people your age? And what if I also told you that very few people between 65 and 80 can still do all of them? It's not about running marathons or having a perfect body. It's not about looking younger or keeping up with 20-year-olds. It's about preserving the silent abilities that keep you independent, sharp, and full of life, the kind of abilities that most people take for granted until they're gone. You see, aging well isn't luck. It's a combination of subtle signals your body gives you. And if you still have these 7 abilities, you're not just doing okay, you're thriving. In today's video, we're going to go through 7 key things that set exceptional agers apart. These are things your doctor might not test for, but they speak volumes about your heart, your brain, your balance, and your resilience. And if you can still do these between 65 and 80, you're not just aging, you're beating the odds. So, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know not only where you stand, but also how to strengthen what matters most for your future. Because it's not just about counting birthdays. It's about recognizing the signs that show you still have something powerful working for you. Vitality. Between the ages of 65 and 80, something shifts. The world slows down. And so do many people. Doctors stop asking certain questions. Family members start offering more help. And society begins to treat you like you're done. But you're not. Because here's the truth. Not everyone ages the same way. Some people hit 70 and lose their energy, their strength, their clarity. Others hit 75 and still walk with confidence, solve problems quickly, laugh easily, and live with purpose. What makes the difference? It's not just genetics. It's not luck. It's often hidden in the small abilities you maintain, or lose, without realizing it. The ability to stand on one leg while brushing your teeth. The ability to remember details without notes. The ability to get up from the floor without help. These may sound like little things, but they're actually huge indicators of how well your brain, your muscles, and your nervous system are working together. And here's the most important part. If you can still do them, that's not normal. That's exceptional. Today, we're going to talk about the 7 abilities that reveal whether you're aging better than most people your age. These are signs your body and mind are staying strong, and that you're holding on to something that many people slowly lose after retirement. Real, functional independence. Because aging isn't about what you've lost. It's about recognizing what you still have, and making sure you protect it for the years ahead. Aging is not a straight line. It's not the same for everyone. Some people lose their independence slowly, almost without noticing. Others preserve abilities well into their 80s that most lose by 65. But how do you really know if you're aging well? It's not just about what the mirror shows. In fact, some of the strongest signs of healthy aging are invisible unless you know how to spot them. Let's imagine 2 people. Margaret is 74. She lives alone, tends her small garden each morning, and likes to solve crossword puzzles with her tea. She doesn't take many medications. And every Saturday she walks to the farmer's market, carries her groceries home, and climbs a short set of stairs to her apartment. Now meet Arthur. He's 70, retired from a long career, and spends most of his time at home. He's a good man, thoughtful, quiet, loved by his grandchildren. But lately he's been feeling stiff. He avoids stairs. He sometimes forgets small tasks, and though he doesn't say it out loud, he feels like life is slipping, one ability at a time. Neither of them has a disease. Neither of them has had a fall, but one is aging with power, while the other is aging with quiet decline. And the difference? It's in the small, critical abilities that most people overlook. The first one? Balance. Being able to balance on one leg for 10 seconds or more is a surprisingly strong predictor of brain health, leg strength, and even life expectancy. It may sound simple, but the act of balancing requires coordination between your inner ear, your muscles, and your brain. When one of those systems weakens, balance is the first thing to go. Margaret brushes her teeth standing on one foot, just for fun. Arthur holds on to the sink now without thinking. These small signs speak louder than any blood test. And then there's grip strength. Researchers now call grip strength one of the vital signs of aging. It's not just about being able to open a jar. It's about how well your heart, muscles, and nervous system are functioning together. A strong grip has been linked to reduced risk of heart attack, better brain function, and lower risk of early death. Margaret opens her own pickle jars and lifts her watering can without hesitation. Arthur has started asking for help with twist-off lids. He blames arthritis, but the truth is, his body is quietly sending a message. There's also something deeply telling in how we move from the ground to a standing position. This simple act, getting up from the floor, tests strength, flexibility, balance, and coordination all at once. In one long-term study, people who could sit and rise from the floor without using their hands had significantly better survival rates over the next decade. When her grandchildren come to visit, Margaret has no trouble sitting cross-legged on the floor to play with them. Arthur now avoids the floor entirely, not because he can't, but because he's not sure he can get back up without assistance. These differences build slowly, one small loss at a time, one little adaptation that becomes permanent, and most people don't notice until something big happens, like a fall, a hospital visit, or a lost sense of independence. But it's not too late to protect what matters. The ability to walk at a brisk pace, without losing breath or stopping, is another quiet marker of vitality. Researchers call it gait speed, and it's one of the most accurate predictors of future health. Walking speed reflects the condition of your cardiovascular system, your lungs, your muscle strength, and your nervous system all at once. Margaret walks every morning, not because she has to, but because it makes her feel alive. Her pace is steady, confident. Arthur shuffles a bit more now. He still walks, but not as far, not as fast, and he tires more easily than he did just a year ago. So what changed? Often what changes is not the body first. It's the belief that slowing down is inevitable, that weakness is normal, that losing ability is just part of aging. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be. And there's something else that separates people like Margaret from the average: cognitive resilience. Margaret remembers appointments, details from books she reads, and birthdays without reminders. Her mind is clear, curious, and sharp. That's not luck. It's the result of lifestyle habits that protect her brain: movement, hydration, social interaction, and daily mental challenge. Arthur, on the other hand, has started to rely on sticky notes. He forgets why he walked into a room. He feels embarrassed when he can't recall a word in conversation. It's subtle, but it's there. These changes are common, but they're not untouchable. Brain health and body strength are connected. When one slips, the other usually follows. But when both are supported, through movement, nutrition, sleep, and purpose, the entire system stays stronger. Even sleep quality matters more than most think. People aging well typically fall asleep easily, sleep deeply, and wake up feeling refreshed. They don't rely on sleeping pills every night. Their sleep is real, and their body uses those hours to repair, restore, and reset. That's one of the biggest differences. Those who are aging better don't just survive the night. They rebuild during it. There are more signs too, like the ability to carry your own groceries without strain, to climb a flight of stairs without resting, to bend down and pick something up off the floor without fear. These small functional actions might seem ordinary, but for someone in their late 60s, 70s, or early 80s, they are quiet proofs of health. And perhaps the most powerful signal of all: purpose. People who age well usually have something they care about deeply. A reason to get up, a role to play. It might be tending a garden, volunteering at the library, calling a grandchild every week, or writing memories in a notebook. Purpose protects the brain. It strengthens the immune system. It improves posture, mood, digestion, even how long you live. Margaret knows what gets her up in the morning. Arthur, more and more, just lets the day pass. But here's the truth neither of them knows yet. Arthur can still regain what he's losing, and Margaret can still protect what she has. Because aging well isn't about being lucky. It's about being intentional. If you're between 65 and 80 and you can still balance on one foot, walk briskly, remember things easily, get up from the floor, climb stairs without effort, sleep deeply, and feel that you have purpose, then you're not average. You're exceptional. And now that you know what these signs are, you can protect them, strengthen them, and honor them every single day, because every one of these abilities is a gift. And every small choice you make to preserve them is an investment in the future you deserve. If you've stayed with me until now, I want to say something simple and sincere. You're already doing something exceptional. You're not ignoring your health. You're paying attention. You're choosing awareness. And that's powerful. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these abilities do you still have? Which one surprised you the most? And which one do you want to start working on from today? Leave a comment down below with the phrase, "I'm still going strong." Let it be your message to yourself and to others here that you're in this chapter of life with strength, clarity, and intention. Also, if this video helped you reflect, if it encouraged you or made you feel hopeful, then take one more step. Hit the like button. Click subscribe to join a community that values healthy, conscious aging. And share this video with someone between 65 and 80 who needs this message too. You're not alone in this journey. Every time you comment, you're not just responding, you're inspiring. And I read every single one. We're building something meaningful here. And it begins with people like you. You may not realize it, but everything we talked about today, from your balance to your memory, from walking speed to grip strength, is part of a much bigger picture. Your ability to live life on your own terms. These aren't just skills. They're signs that your body and mind are still working together in harmony. That you're not just aging, you're still building, still contributing, still becoming. And the beautiful thing about this phase of life is that you no longer have to rush. You have the wisdom to choose what really matters. You can move at your pace. You can say yes to what gives you life, and no to what drains you. Maybe today you realized you're already doing better than most. Or maybe you saw one area where you've started to slip. Either way, you're not behind. Because now, you know. And knowing gives you the power to change. Or to protect what you've worked so hard to keep. So don't let anyone tell you this part of life is only about decline. Don't buy into the idea that growing older means giving up. Because every day you wake up and choose to move, to think clearly, to stay connected, to try, you're proving something important. You're not done. You're just getting better. You still have more to give, more to feel, more to live, and your body is still listening, every step of the way. If this video inspired you, made you think, or even just reminded you of your own strength, then I want to thank you. Thank you for being here, for showing up for yourself, and for being part of a generation that proves wisdom and vitality can walk hand in hand. Before you go, don't forget to take a second to support this space we're building together. Click the like button. It helps YouTube show this video to others who need it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss what's coming next, and share this message with someone between 65 and 80 who needs a little reminder of how exceptional they truly are. Also, take a moment to scroll through the comments. You'll see people just like you, curious, determined, supportive. This isn't just a channel. It's a community of people aging with intention. Every video here is created to honor your time, your story, and your desire to live fully, no matter your age. So until next time, take care of yourself like someone who truly matters. Because you do. We'll see you soon, with more content to help you stay strong, stay sharp, and stay you.